Welcome to Fool's Key Tarot. I'm Ben, and this is a daily reading for Tuesday, May 13th, 2025. Let's see what the cards have in store for us today. First, the Knight of Wands. This is an adventurous card, full of energy and rushing off to do something. Second card is the Wheel of Fortune, Major Arcana number 10. This can have to do with reversals of fate or karma or the consequences of past actions, but in particular ones that are not expected or somewhat surprising. The last card is the Queen of Pentacles. This is a card about maintaining a nice atmosphere and taking care of other people and making do with what you have and being comfortable even if you have a little bit less than you would like to have. So trying to fit all these three cards together, I'm seeing that you might be rushing off to do something or going on an expedition of some sort, and you might only have just enough of the resources that you need to do this, or you might be just in time to head off on this venture. It might be something that you're doing for other people. You're trying to take care of someone that you love or are in charge of keeping safe or secure or comfortable. And so you're heading off and taking some kind of risk. This expedition or journey that you go on has an uncertain outcome and definitely could result in bad things, but you must be doing it because there is also a possibility for good things. And I think with the Queen of Pentacles, it's likely that if there are negative consequences, then you will be responsible for those, whereas the benefits will mostly be felt by somebody else. So you are rushing off on a journey or an expedition of some kind, maybe suddenly, it may have happened out of nowhere, and you're assuming some risk or discomfort in order to try to help or protect or take care of someone else. Now, the Wheel of Fortune is sitting at the middle of all of this. And to me, that says that the reason that you are undertaking this effort is because of something that happened in the past that makes it feel like it is your obligation to do this. You might be trying to make up for something, or even trying to anticipate something in the future that is going to happen and trying to compensate for it in advance. For some reason, you feel like you need to do this thing, but it's your decision to take it upon yourself. It's not being forced on you by someone else, but you feel like, according to your values or to something that has happened in the past or that you think might happen in the future, you think it is important to go on this quest. And with the Wheel of Fortune card in the middle, it is highly uncertain what the outcome will be, but I can say that something will happen on this journey that you do not expect. It will not have the consequences that you expected, either for the good or for the bad. There will likely be some of both outcomes, but both will not conform to your expectations. So whatever benefit ends up coming from this journey, you might get some of what you set out for, but you will also get something else that you weren't looking for. The Wheel of Fortune is about how things happen that might be unexpected or feel like they're out of nowhere, but often in retrospect, when you look back, you realize that you should have expected it, or that it was a natural consequence. So similarly, because there is some risk or difficulty associated with this journey, I think that you will also run into problems that you either didn't expect or didn't see coming, and those also will resolve in a somewhat surprising way. In fact, with the Wheel of Fortune, I wonder if the things that you thought would be negative about the journey will turn into the positive things, and the things that you thought would be positive will turn into the negative, such that it's still a mixture of positive and negative like you expected, but it may actually be flipped as to which was which. And this might not be apparent in the moment, but it may be that in retrospect, as time goes on and you reevaluate this situation, you may come to realize that things were reversed relative to what you thought they were in the moment, or at least before you set out on that journey. So if you enjoyed this reading, then subscribe to see more. And if you'd like to learn about tarot cards or try some of my online guided readings, then head on over to foolskey.com where you can check that out. Thanks for watching and see you tomorrow.